Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'll bring us on here, and then I'll tell you. Let's see. I'm recording on Zoom, but then I'm going live. I'm going live to Facebook. How's the weather? Is it getting cold?
It's kind of rainy and like autumn-like kind of thing. It's like, yeah.
Oh, I love it. I mean, I'm in LA, so we don't have a lot of seasons. So it doesn't get like too rainy that much. If it gets rainy here, um, people kind of freak out, like it's like it's the end of the world.
But it gets too hot in the summer, I have
Oh
heard.
yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was in the 40s a week ago, a couple days ago maybe. So it gets pretty hot.
Yeah.
Even now, even in October. Um, let's see. All right, my friend, we've got 49 suggestions. So pick a number 1 to 49.
Okay, let's try. Since I went through them earlier, so I'm going to take something I haven't read. So 40.
All right, good old number 40. I get to count backwards this time. Let's see, 49, 8, 7, 46, 35, 4, 3, 2, 1, 40. This comes from our friend Aree.
Of course.
And of course it does. Um, our suggestion is collision course. Collision course.
Okay.
All right, thanks, Ari.
Um.
Yeah,
I okay.
yeah, yeah,
So we're going on vacation
yeah,
together this summer.
yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited. Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Of course, it's like
Okay.
our first vacation together as a couple.
It's huge. It's a
Uh,
huge, the first vacation is always the biggest vacation. Like, it's like, that's the one that sometimes defines the relationship. It shows that you could travel together. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I have something to tell you before we go. We're
Okay.
going to drive and so on.
Yeah, yeah.
And I
That's the
always
only way to
have this.
see. That's the only way to do it is to drive. Get in the car. You just go. And I can't drive. I mean, I need to take breaks often. But yeah, what? I'm sorry, I'm rambling. What do you
Yeah,
want to say?
I'm so afraid of like other cars to be on a collision course with other cars. So I'm a little bit nervous for this whole kind of driving experience.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Um,
okay.
yeah. So, but yeah, and I know you're not so comfortable driving. I'm not so comfortable driving. How do you feel about the whole thing?
First off, I am so glad you said this because I have been fretting and nervous this whole time because I'm not comfortable driving on that side of the street. I'll be honest. And the fact that we're driving in the mountains and that sometimes I've been doing a lot of research on it. And there are several places along the path where it narrows to one lane.
Yeah.
And I should have told you this earlier, but I'm just gonna come out and say it, Hazel. I don't have my license. I'm very scared to get my license. I got it when I was young, and then I am very scared of it. It's not my driving, but it's the driving of other people. I get very nervous around, and so I
It,
was
it's
gonna get my license, and then I just kept putting it off, and I kept putting it off, and then I'm like, I got to get my license, and I haven't gotten it yet. I'm very nervous to do this. Not with you.
well, you were lost in the connection lost.
Okay. Uh, I didn't get my license renewed.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! You didn't get your license. Okay. I have to tell you something. This is very embarrassing for me because I lost my license. So I was hoping you could drive. Are you?
I heard this is embarrassing, and then you froze. I didn't hear what you said after that. You said this is, and then you just froze. What did you say?
I said I lost my license. I lost my license.
Did you? What, oh, you lost your license.
Yeah, I guess I've been lying the whole time, like pretending to drive and like telling you that I was driving when I was actually biking.
I mean, you were driving your bike. I mean, that's technically driving.
Yeah, it is. So, but it's sort of it's difficult because when you have the bike, I was promising you that like I was going to drive because you said you were nervous about driving, but then I was thinking, well, maybe you just dare to drive and you just got started. But now you're saying that you don't have your license, and I lost my license.
I've been lying to you also.
Oh, even more lies?
Yeah. I never learned how to drive and I never had a license. I just get really scared and I'm claustrophobic and I get scared of things that move very quickly. And so I know I had told you that I loved driving and that I'm going to get my license renewed. The truth is I never got a driver's license and I'm very scared to get inside of a car. That's why I'm always like, no, let's bike instead of picking you up. I'm like, let's ride bicycles. It's better for the environment. But I'm terrified to get into a car, and I have been dreading this, not the vacation with you, but I've been dreading the driving part. I actually purchased a video game.
Oh God.
Yeah. I've been doing driving simulations and I can't, I start up the game and I crash within 5 seconds. I'm very nervous. So
You did that?
yeah. Yeah.
I'm so glad to hear this because then now I can tell you that I'm also afraid of like driving. I get claustrophobic in the car. Yes, just as you. Thank you. And like I even heard that on the road that we're going there was a tunnel, like tunnels. How scary isn't that?
You don't know what,
like in the dark.
yeah. You don't know what's on the other side. You don't know what's on, like you go into a tunnel. Nothing good happens in a tunnel. Nothing.
No. What if the car breaks down in the middle of the tunnel? I would be so scared. Shit. How? Oh, I'm so glad that we are able to reveal our like weaknesses. I like you even more now.
I like you. I'll be honest, when you said you needed to talk to me and you're like, meet me at the coffee shop, I thought, a part of me thought you were gonna break up with me because there was worry in your voice. And I was like, well, it had to end, I guess. Everything's going really well. And the fact that this is what you were worried about actually makes me happy. I like you more now than before.
Yeah, me too. Like now you show your kind of vulnerable side and everything. But I was really looking forward to our vacation.
Oh,
have you thought about how do you feel about trains?
If I'm just riding in a train, I do get nervous.
Okay.
I'm able to go into trains. If it's a smaller vehicle, I can't do it. But once I get into the train, I'm okay. But I will be breathing very heavily. I will be sweating a lot. But once I actually make it inside the train, I'm okay.
Okay. But I I don't want you to be uncomfortable on our vacation, but how do you feel about boats?
I think you're going to start noticing a theme here. Anything that moves at any like sudden pace is, if it's got more than two wheels, makes me very nervous. Now, a boat is on the water for sure, but you just I saw Jaws when I was very young, and it kind of scarred me for life. What do you feel about what do you feel about camping? Going out in the woods somewhere, a tent?
Uh, I'm like, yeah, it's like the idea is nice, but in reality, there's like, I don't know, I'm afraid of like animals, like bears, yeah,
Um,
I would really love to spend some like our vacation together, but uh, there's so many things I'm afraid of.
well, what do you think about what would you think about a staycation? We just we just stay home.
Wow,
All
this
right.
sounds like the ultimate vacation.
That's really what I want to do. That's what I want to
Yeah,
do. I just want to stay home. That I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to, I don't even want to walk anywhere. I'd like to just find some place, hunker down and just stay.
same. And we can make food at home and we can just like watch the best movies and
Yes.
really relax without anything scaring us. We just have to admit it, we are two really nervous people.
And there's
But we
nothing,
can be together.
yes, there's
Oh God.
nothing wrong. Here's the, like my whole life I thought there was something wrong with me. And it's like, no, I just wasn't ever with the person who got me, and you just get me.
Yeah, oh, that's wonderful. I'm so glad we had this vacation, like this talk about the vacation, because now I'm finally getting my dream vacation. Ah,
I had a whole story planned out as to why I couldn't get my driver's license.
and I had a whole story planned out to why I lost my license. I, I should tell you one thing. I lost it, and I meant to lost it because I didn't dare to have a license after I got it. I'm too scared, so I
I,
lost it on purpose. Actually, I just cut it.
I I think that's probably the greatest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. Oh, it's the greatest thing I ever done.
Scene. Oh, that was so fun. I love your emotions that you're giving out. That was so great.
I was like, I was. Oh, it's
I mean,
actually.
I'm kind of scared of boats. I
It was inspired by I was on vacation driving vacation this summer, and I am actually like I'm a really careful driver, and I always have this nightmare about like being on a collision course. So it really draws from my own. And
uh,
I was camping, and there was a lot of mosquitoes. So everything was a little bit inspired by.
well, I mean, draw on, it's fun to exaggerate things in our lives, right? It's fun to take
Yeah.
moments that just like, what happens if I just exaggerate? I just heighten that idea.
Yeah. Oh, that was cool.
There's a friend of mine, John Hildreth, who is just one of the best people on the planet. He's a great improviser. He was in a van touring with an improv group, in a improv and sketch comedy group, and they were driving. It was during the winter time, and they were driving on this mountain to go to like a ski resort to do a show, or coming from a ski resort, and the van was full of like seven, improvisers, and it started to skid, and it hit the guardrail, and it went over, and the guy in the front seat, whose name was Aaron Rhodes, his reaction to the van going through the guardrail, he just said, well, here we go. Like he wasn't scared at all. He was just looking because he was like, there's nothing I could do in that moment. Now the van rolled it, like it hit a tree and stopped. Otherwise it would have kept going. But like that is a fear of mine, is like skidding on a mountain, hitting a guardrail. Like, no thanks. And in a country where you have to, I do have a fear of driving on the opposite side of the road I'm used to, for sure.
Yeah, I done that in I was in Australia to do that, and we had to.
How did you get started in improv?
Actually, that was 10 years ago. I did it like once or twice, and
Yeah.
then I lived abroad and I tried a little bit, like in Geneva, and then I came back to Oslo and I found like this. It's a very nice community in Oslo. So then that's when I got started for real. Like, yeah, Impro Neuf. So that's really, it's the best improv community I've seen.
Oh, 100%. And they're, Impro Neuf, their slogan is Impro Neuf loves you. And I think they show that an awful lot.
Yeah, it's a really nice. So that's when I started when I moved back. So 2 years ago, I think. It's been 2 years. Yeah, it's been 2 years. So that's good.
Well, it's funny, right? It's like, wait, I moved back 2. No, wait, no, add a year. Okay, 3. Like the time can fly. Like I'm always constantly trying to remember, okay, when did I move? I moved to Los Angeles about 5 years ago, but now it's getting really fuzzy, that amount of time. I'm like, I told my friend the other day, I'm like, oh, I've been in LA for 3 years. And he's like, when did you move? And I was like, oh, I moved in 2015. He's like, it's 2020, man. So it's 5 years. And it's like, sometimes, the how long time is, it can change for you. And I don't want to say it's the older I get, but definitely that does have something to do with it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the more you experience within a year, then it feels like it's longer.
Yeah.
If you do the same, then it's suddenly like, what? Time passed.
I mean, doesn't this year seem like 3 years? It seems so long.
This year, because of the
Yes.
maybe locked. Yeah, maybe. But also went by really fast because it's been a little bit yeah, the
Yeah,
same
monotonous. Yeah.
every day. It's like monotonous, yeah, a little bit. But I guess we are not, so we have less kind of lockdown than you have, so fortunately.
Oh yeah, ours is. It seems like it's never going to end here. It seems like we're always going to be locked down.
Yeah, I went to, like, I did improv in person today, so.
Lucky. I'm so jealous. You did it in person?
Lucky me, yeah, I was first. Yeah, first I was teaching a class of 20 people, and then I was watching a show.
Wow. And have you been teaching? What do you think the difference is? Did you teach a lot when it was like virtual and online versus live, or?
No, it was my second time teaching, so I'm not very experienced with that. I cannot tell you the difference.
How do you like teaching?
I really liked it today. It's easier every time you do it. Yeah, so that's very nice. It also is like a volunteer community, so you have to, try to kind of give back when you've gotten so much for the last 2 years. So.
I mean, that's such a great attitude, right? I think Impro Neuf does that, where they, it is really a focus is not as much on like performing as it is like a community and giving back.
Yeah. So, because a lot of people do a lot of volunteer work there, so.
No, I miss it. I miss Oslo. I miss Impro Neuf. Like it has such a special place in my heart because it just means so much to me. I just love that community there.
Yeah, it's great. Hopefully you can miss it at one point in the future.
I know. If people want to find out like classes you're teaching or shows you're doing or things like that, what's the best way they can do that?
I'm not really in any groups or anything at the moment, so I'm not. I'm just like, I'm just co-teaching the level 1, so I'm not really. gotten started on this for myself yet. So.
So, but they can check out Impro Neuf. That's a good place to find you.
Yeah, that's a really good place to start. Impro Neuf.
Well, Helga, thank you. This was awesome. I want to thank also Aree for setting this up. Like he suggested this, and it was truly an honor. And I can't wait to play with you again, whether it's in person or another virtual scene. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much for playing with me. Yeah, have a good day.
And you have a good night because it's after midnight where you are.
It's past my bedtime. So.
Thank you for staying up.
Thank you very much.
Okay, bye.